That's the intro. Bam.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, and welcome to the last Dudes Watch a Movie podcast of 2019.
Yeah, the end of a millennium.
We did it.
You know?
Yeah.
Y2K20 dogs, here we come.
Christmas Vacation, a classic.
Very much.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those movies that everybody's seen.
Just about. If you
Every
haven't,
single person on the
if you
planet.
haven't, what's wrong with you? How messed up was your childhood if you never saw not just the Vacation series of movies by National Lampoon?
Hey guys, I saw Jack Frost. I mean, come on, that's a good movie, right?
Yeah. Hey, Abby, did you see this movie before?
Sure did.
Because everyone's seen this movie, right?
Everyone,
Right?
Tom, guess how much the budget was?
Rolling right into it.
Tell us from your memory.
27 million estimated.
And box office details, guess.
How much it made?
Yeah.
Opening weekend.
Opening weekend,
December 3rd, 1989.
like $90 million.
I mean, overall, it was 71.3.
Not that much?
Didn't even make the budget back.
Oh, that's a fucking...
What?
What a twist.
11,750,000.
Oh, you mean opening week?
Yes, opening weekend.
Overall, they made
Gross
back their
overall,
money.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, thank God. I was like, what the fuck?
It
71 million for gross. That's for the U.S. and worldwide.
Tom, who's in this movie?
Randy Quaid, Chevy Chase.
Yeah.
You start with Randy Quaid.
Yes.
You
It's
start with
just
the
such a
guy who's in
weird-
prison
Such
now.
a weird last name. He is.
Is he in prison?
I'm pretty sure he got caught. I know he was going to trial.
I thought he was in the Air Force fighting aliens.
No.
No, because he ran his plane into the
Look, he's
the
no longer an
hole.
American hero.
Oh, that's
because
right. He was
of
kicked
the
out
sex
of the
tape.
military and became an Amish bowler. That's right.
Okay.
King-
Also,
Kingpin?
Beverly
Nothing?
D'Angelo's
that
in
one.
this. Juliette Lewis, Johnny Galick, John Rudolph, Diane Ladd, E.G. Marshall, Doris Roberts, Miriam Flynn, Cody Berger, Ellen Letts, William
Do they
Hickney.
not have Dreyfus listed on there?
No.
Just... Oh, because he said Juliette Lewis.
Juliette Lewis.
Right.
Audrey.
Who's the girl from
Seinfeld.
Dusk Till Dawn. No, that's who I thought he was talking about. It was Julia Louis Dreyfus.
Wait, is there two?
Yeah.
Where is she in Dust Till Dawn?
She's the daughter in Dusk Till Dawn, too. The preacher's daughter.
Oh. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Is that why she looks so familiar?
Mm-hmm.
That might explain a lot.
Listen, all you really need is Chevy Chase
Chevrolet Chase dog.
and Bill Murray's older brother. That's all you need.
Billiard
Sam McMurray is Bill.
Billiard Murray.
Yeah, no,
Billiard Murray.
the other Murray.
My topic is it's the little things that matter, that count, right? How wild the 80s were.
Fucking wild, dude.
Fucking wild. And dealing with holiday stress. Where do you want to dig in?
I mean, I'll start. I mean, because mine's not too long of a topic, but basically, I was thinking, what do you think it would take for you to have such a mental breakdown like Clark, and how do you think you would handle it? Would it be something over the holidays? I mean, this man handled his mental breakdown relatively sane, minus the chainsaw indoors, but
Which would have been so loud.
But the thing that really broke him was the fact that his tree burned. Well, I guess not necessarily. He had all those adversities, and then that's when the whole Jelly of the Month Club comes in, and that's where he's.
It's the final straw,
Yeah.
right? I don't think I could ever snap that hard at anything.
You think? But when it happens real quick.
And then I think I'd just be like, you know, fuck this. And I'd probably just leave. I'd leave everything. I'd just be like, all right, I'm leaving, guys.
Burn it down. I'm done.
Figure it out on your own self.
I think it doesn't help that you haven't seen any of the... This is the third movie in the series. There is, Family Vacation, and then European Vacation, and then this one.
And then Vegas Vacation.
Vegas.
And then it gets weird.
Then there's a sequel to this one.
Don't count.
It was a TV movie,
Yeah.
so it kind of
Nothing
doesn't
counts after Vegas.
count. There was the soft reboot.
Wait, did Vegas
There
come
was?
before this?
No, Vegas was after this.
Oh,
Pretty sure.
Because the kids wear a Las Vegas shirt, and I was like, sick callback.
Maybe. I don't know.
I think you might be right about European.
Here's the thing.
older.
I never knew this was part of a series. I thought it was just the Griswold's Family Christmas.
It's vacation.
Never knew.
European Vacation, Christmas,
And then
Vegas, and then Vacation 2015.
Doesn't
We're not
exist.
counting
And a short
Uncle
film,
Eddie's.
Hotel Hell Vacation.
Doesn't exist either.
And
I'm
then
sure it
National
is.
Lampoon Christmas 2 Vacation, Cousin Eddie's Island Adventure.
I bet that movie. I fucking bet you $1 million that movie's got Larry the Cable Guy in it.
Probably.
What was I saying?
You didn't realize
he-
it was a series.
So Clark Griswold is a fucking idiot who messes up everything he goes on because he's an idiot. The fact that he hasn't had a mental breakdown through sheer stupidity and incompetence.
He has one every movie.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like he has one every movie through that. The fact that he didn't have it earlier in this movie is amazing.
But how can he be such an idiot? Because in his company, he seems like he's doing, like he has his own office and he's making like stuff that I guess is profitable for the company. A sugar coating for the cereal to not make it.
I don't know if you noticed it, but he's a dad, so 80s logic, dude.
Yeah.
He's got to be an idiot, but also oddly successful.
It's a cocaine.
Yeah.
The cocaine really helps.
I guess that's one thing I also noticed for a lot of holiday movies. Every father figure always seemed to work in a business office.
And it's a
Some
really
sort of setting.
This is like the least vague out of all of them too, because you actually know that at least it's a cereal place and he makes weird chemical coatings for him. Versus what the fuck does Kevin McAllister's dad do? No idea. Arnold
got
was
a
a
big
bed
house.
salesman,
That's
mattress salesman.
He was a
What
mattress
was his
salesman?
name?
And remember, you're my number one customer. I can't do it.
Howitzer.
Stop there.
We called him Howard.
Howard. Yeah.
Howard Howitzer.
I don't remember that.
It's only at the very beginning when he misses the karate meet. Go watch the old episode and you'll see.
I don't remember any of that.
You have too much eggnog?
He has
Apparently.
holiday amnesia.
He's got holiday amnesia. Fuck.
You know how I deal with stress? I don't. Because I don't deal with holidays. Everyone's like, oh, what are you doing for the holidays? Not a goddamn thing. Gonna go to your families? Nope. Mm-mm. Staying home alone? Don't care.
You're going to watch Home Alone?
No.
Oh.
That's
I'm
sad.
getting
It's a good
real
movie.
sick of seeing Macaulay Culkin everywhere.
It's because you watched that channel that you always bring up.
No.
And you
It's
ask
not,
me if
it's
I've
not
seen
just
it, and I
there.
say no.
It's not just Red Letter Media.
That's the one.
He showed up on
That prank dude.
the
I did
glitter
see that
bomb.
episode.
He's like, Kevin McAllister. I'm like, I'm fucking done with this shit.
He wants to
Stop
make that
showing
money,
up
dude.
everywhere.
Got to make the money.
I get it. It's just
Is this how you deal with
it's
stress?
the
'Cause it seems like you're not dealing with
joke.
this
No, he's not
McAllister
dealing with it
stress.
at
every time. Hey, Macaulay Culkin, you were in that one movie. Then you went crazy. God, come on. No, I just don't do it. Like my brother, he is Clark Griswold. He wants the big Christmas. He wants the lights. He wants the setup. He wants all of that.
Is that so bad?
Yes. Because then he bitches and moans about, oh, it's so much stress, dude. I'm like, just don't fucking do it.
And you're
Just
Ebenezer.
don't do it. I am. Humbug motherfucker.
I wanted to say, oh no, your cousin Eddie, but then I remember, dang it, it's cousin, not brother. And also her cousin, not his. The math just didn't add up.
I also don't shit in the RV and then dump it down the drain sewer.
I don't know. How do you deal with stress? Do you just not do Christmas either?
No,
Binge
I mean,
eating?
I
Drinking?
I take things as they come, honestly. I have this mentality of I'm not in control of it. It happens. Move along.
Can we get a fact check on that one?
What's the point?
Peanut gallery? Give us a yay or nay.
Be like, yeah.
Oh,
see?
okay.
See? She agrees. Thanks, babe.
What about you there?
I just don't get stressed.
Yeah. What a great topic.
Yeah, right? Fucking
Man.
never
why
seen
we
the
started.
movie,
This movie's
never
a
thought
classic.
of the topic. Definitely not going his route.
Yeah, what'd you think of it?
I'm
real
going to
quick?
just leave.
What'd you think of this classic 89 film?
I mean, it's good for the movie of its time. And also it holds
There it
up.
is. One
I
per
will
list.
say it holds up. Especially after so many years for coming out in 1989. It's still pretty funny. There are a few little bits in there that are just like, but then again, it was in the 80s.
You know, there's not a whole lot of those, like, off-color, like, oh, God, I can't say that, or, like, oddly rapey things that most 80s movies have.
Not too many. There's just a few things that are just a bit off. Like the turtle fucking poster.
Yeah.
That's a bit weird. Then you pointed out the other poster in the background. These could all be callbacks for movies I didn't see.
No.
But I don't know.
Also, Clark, I never remembered him being such a scuzzbag. Like, I remember the scene where he, like, gets all hot and bothered and buys the panties that they put on the tree later. But I didn't remember him saying, oh, no, she's not dead. We're just divorced. first, and then proceeds to hit on that fucking lady like he doesn't have a wife.
Also,
I think that ties into him being an idiot, right? He's in over his head, and he just keeps stumbling over himself, and that's a bit of Chevy Chase's comedy, right?
I
But
guess that makes sense.
to your thing, it's the little details, right? You don't get those in modern movies. You don't get, oh, here's a turtle fucking on the wall.
subtleties, yeah.
Here's a little sight gag.
His wife grabbing his dick when they
Yeah.
say freeze, shaking hands, and then going back to the dick.
Which, by the way, I did put a little thing on here. She improvised the scene, and then there was only one time that she actually put her hand on there, and that was the one that made the final cut.
Of course. Oh, it always is.
X-rated.
But it's little things. Him tossing the light bulbs in the cart and then immediately getting crushed.
Smashing it. What was it, like five bags of dog food, several cans of wet dog food, and
Or just when he hugs his dad and flings the water everywhere, like nonstop. Even when they're trying to have their heartwarming moments, there's something going on. Like the joke per minute ratio in this movie's got to be off the charts. And they didn't, you know.
And it wasn't cheap, fart humor. Or,
No, I don't. Yeah.
Or
Well, except for the
lowbrow.
shitter's full.
Shitter's full. That's it.
But his character's low, bro.
Right.
would you
Like,
chalk this
here's
humor
full-
up kind of close with like I don't want to say it because you might smash. Cause I don't know how you guys like this movie, Dumb and Dumber, the original one, or is that more potty humor? Because that one's
that's
that's
more
leaning
potty,
potty
yeah.
humor, but that came out like what, 10 years later?
94.
No, okay.
95. God, he had a good 95.
Because there's a lot of
yeah.
like a background stuff that happens in that movie too that you don't catch the first viewing until you watch it again.
They just play them as like a much dumber version. But they do both have shit jokes because he gives laxatives to Harry.
That goes on for a while.
But I think that is purposely stupid versus like the sequel, or not the sequel, but the one without those two in it, where they're and like that one's just dumb. So there is a big difference.
They had a sequel to Dumb and Dumber, didn't they?
They did Dumb and Dumber
2.
Or no, it was just 2.
Was the one I was thinking of.
was
There's the prequel, and then
They came out with the second one because
Second
they got
one.
back together again, and it
And
still wasn't.
They used the
near as
wrong 2
bad
because
at
they're
all.
idiots. It wasn't great. Don't worry about it. Kind of like
No,
the
I
sequel
know
to
it
this
wasn't
movie.
great.
Just some things, just leave it alone.
Don't hold up.
No.
when it's been what, 20 years later, you know.
No.
You know?
Like even if they got like this entire cast back, including the fucking weird kid from Big Bang Theory, and we're like, let's do it. Let's make the sequel finally. I'd be like, no.
Weird
Second
kid.
favorite, his son Russ
Is he
is
in Big Bang?
yeah, he's the one with the squinty eyes. Can't give you his name.
I
Dated
don't.
dated blonde girl.
They all fucked the blonde girl in that show.
Okay.
I don't think they
that's
did.
true. No?
I don't
I'm
think
pretty
that's
sure.
true at all.
I'm pretty sure.
I think you watched a weird
I think-
parody.
a downloaded
I think if you
parody.
go through it, everyone either wanted to, did, or tried to bang. What's her name?
Blonde girl. Yeah.
Who now voices Harley
Cusco?
Quinn?
I don't remember her last name. Oh, it is Johnny Gaelic Israel. Oh,
Yeah. See.
Yeah. Anyway,
so
Also-
the kid with the mullet
Full
is
distress.
that? Wow.
Wait.
who had no lines
Kid
of
with the
dialogue.
mullet.
Yeah, Rusty was the mullet kid.
No.
No.
Rusty was the kid who was like 35 in the body of a 5-year-old. Mullet kid was Eddie's son. I don't think he gets a name.
What was his?
But he's got a
he
fungus.
had a name. It was a weird name.
Snots was the dog.
I do know that.
I also like how he mentions his other kids.
Rocky.
Because when they go on the first one out to Wally World, he's got the older sets, and one of them's the girl from 30 Rock. The blonde girl, not the main one, not Tina Fey, but the other girl in it.
Never watched it.
She makes the weird Kool-Aid for him. You guys don't remember this?
I've never actually seen
Oh, the first one.
The first one. I've seen like where they kidnap the guard and they
At the
punch
end.
the moose's
Yep.
nose in.
So
I've seen that bit.
That's where you first meet Eddie. On the way out, they stop at his house that he references that he no longer owns, and he talks about like where his older kids are because they either didn't want them to be in this movie or they didn't want to be in the movie, so they just put the line in there like, yeah, he's working his way through his career at the carnival, and she's in the old wagon bin or something. It's like she's an alcoholic. She's in rehab or something. I never noticed it before. It was good.
'Tis the season.
Or maybe I did notice it and forgot it because he says a million fucking things, and Cousin Eddie is very distracting.
Oh boy.
Like
Yes.
even just when they're talking, all I can see is that blue suit,
The leisure suit.
The
leisure suit.
the turtleneck and the fake.
What's
dicky.
that called? Oh my god, it's gonna.
Okay, so
bother
I'm
me.
wondering this.
The only thing I wish is you could see his nipple outline on the each side, like really dark and like just fucking $half bills.
I wonder if, because I only saw this movie on TV growing up, so I'm wondering what was censored, because I do not remember side boob.
Oh yeah, they cut.
I
away on that
remember
one for
being
sure.
young and that being like one of the early experiences of you can get away with this in the 80s for a PG-13 movie.
That's because, well, the 80s was wild.
I know, and it ties in, but like I do not remember. That was a good side boob.
Yeah, it was.
That was like
it was
full
almost.
on
It was almost
side
yeah,
titty.
like a full half
Right?
almost.
That was a nice titty.
Like if she sneezed, the nipple's poking out,
Oh yeah,
right?
oh yeah. Yeah.
Which is also weird that they were able to somehow take this movie and make it into like the family movie. Because when it's on TV, not nearly as bad. But
Yeah.
this is the version we always watched, and now I'm like,
You could get away
how
with
old
some
was I?
stuff. You could really get away with stuff in the 80s until
Well-
those parent codes came down on it.
And that's fuck the MPAA. But also, like when you were talking about Gremlins, like no movie nowadays is gonna have something on Christmas where they talk about the fucking dad dying, dying in the chimney.
Oh no.
That scene. Dad was coming down the chimney, couldn't surprise us, broke his neck.
It does make me
3
wonder
days
how many
later.
things are going on in kids movies now that I mean, obviously I don't watch them unless they're from Pixar, and it's like I wonder how much of that we're not noticing because we don't see them or because they're on in the background. I'm like, what the fuck are they showing our kids, man? Huh?
I don't think they
Side
do it
boob?
anymore.
Huh?
You can't get away
Tasteful
with that
side
stuff
boob.
Tasteful.
anymore.
It was artsy.
Most kids shows now are just straight up color and noise. That's
Yeah.
it. There's no
That's-
critical
that's-
thought.
It's a
Well,
good way
you
of putting
can't
it.
sell kids side boob the action figure.
They made RoboCop an action figure. All right, you could sell anything. I'm just saying.
Side boob, the action.
It's my favorite character from the movie.
Actually,
Side boob.
Actually, I think Side Boobar is going to be in the next Pokemon game.
It does kind of sound like a bit of a Lord or a Star Wars character. Side Boobar, bounty hunter.
Coming to Disney Plus.
Oof.
The two suns are just titties in the sky. All right.
Figured it out. Man, how wild were the 80s?
That wild.
Was it? Do you think this was fueled by cocaine or Quaaludes?
A mixture of both. It'd be the end of the Quaaludes for sure.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. John Hughes produced this movie, I think. I don't think he wrote it.
Screenplay.
Okay.
Jeremiah Cheechnik.
Who
Sure.
is
Director.
John Hughes? I've heard that name so many times. I
Blasphemy.
can't think
Blasphemy.
I can't think of where he's from.
The Breakfast Club, Ferris Bueller's Day Off,
16 Candles.
16 Candles,
Pretty in Pink.
Pretty in Pink,
Weird Science.
Home Alone.
Home Alone.
Do we keep
Planes,
going?
Trains, and Automobiles.
Like literally
Oh,
80s.
that was
80s,
also on the list.
Anything good in the 80s that was
Uncle
funny.
Buck.
Uncle fucking Buck.
Home Alone 2.
The sequel with Donald Trump in it.
Really?
Yeah.
Home Alone 3.
Well, we don't talk about that. That's where it all started going down.
What about Home Alone
Home
4?
Alone 4.
Okay.
I shit you
Did
not.
he really do all the sequels?
Yep. Dennis
he
the
hated
Menace.
sequels.
I watched that movie. That's a weird. That's got some spooky. I'm too young to be watching this moment.
Yeah,
Richie
when
Rich?
did they stop that? Because some 90s movies had it too, for sure. Because I remember, because isn't there the guy with the knife that's eating the
The
apple? Is it
hobo?
Christopher Lloyd?
I don't remember.
I don't know. But I remember that being super weird
There
as a
was
kid.
the hobo with the knife eating the apple under the bridge, and then he burns his mouth with beans. And
Now, is it
Yeah.
that they don't make things scary anymore, or is it that it's all cartoons and not just a creepy old dude with like 5 o'clock shadow and a clear hangover? I
feel like-
'cause, that's
so
scary.
descriptive.
That's well, it's a vivid memory from my childhood.
I
Did-
mean, I feel like a lot of them
Did that
get.
scar you? Did Dennis the Menace scar you?
Maybe
Where's that where your trauma comes from?
I don't know.
He also made all the Beethoven movies. Jeez.
How many were there?
These have to be including things he
5.
produced because there's no way he
Oh.
like directed and wrote all these. Although it sounds like he just pumped scripts out, so maybe he did. Who fucking knows? He did Breakfast Club though, so he's like top tier guy. Top
He
tier.
also did Drill Bit Taylor, Made
Is
in
that the one with the
Manhattan,
guy from Mighty Ducks in it?
Mr. Mom.
Yeah, he plays the athlete. And it's where they're all in Saturday school, and there's one from every section of the school, like the jog.
Oh, you mean like Power
Right.
Rangers?
Yeah.
I saw Power Rangers. Yeah.
The sequel?
Yeah.
Because it basically is the same fucking movie.
The Joker? Yeah. Yeah. I saw Taxi Driver.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Don't worry, Tom.
Oh, by the way, I was gonna mention my traumatizing movie was the one the horse in the quicksand.
Oh, Neverending Story.
Yes, boof. That movie's got some wild shit. Ooh-wee.
Nothing like the old Christmas reminiscing about scarring childhood movies.
Oh, you know what I think scarred me?
Probably a weird parody you saw on the internet.
I was gonna say Land Before Time.
Parody?
When
Weird.
Littlefoot's mother died. He's
That
like,
gets a bit
Mom,
dark.
get up, Mom. Mom. He just started bawling.
I think that's the Lion King.
Nope, that's definitely Land Before Time. I had it on VHS. It
Oh.
came in the puffy little white case.
This reminds me.
Anyway,
If
Quaaludes.
I've never thought about it until this watching, but how long was he up in the attic? I mean, they went and did their shopping, so it could be a while. But while he was up there, he was able to set up and power his old film player,
8-reel.
made a sheet to hang on the wall, and sat through who knows how many of these movies. We know at least one reel is from 1957, but then like it keeps intercutting like different shots that look like they're through the years. How the fucking long was he up there?
probably a couple hours.
What did he hang that sheet with?
I mean,
Did you
there's
see all the
probably
crap he had up
random
there?
nails in there?
He had nails. He had hangers.
It bothered me for some reason.
He had
Also,
a
You've never
lot
had
of
an
shit up
attic
there.
like that? There's always mysterious nails just poking out. You just hang shit on.
that's true, kind of like the garage.
Also, he breaks through the ceiling,
It's
but is still stuck.
He's committed to
another
the
one of
game.
those parts that I
Okay.
forgot because I remembered him breaking through, but I didn't remember him immediately landing on the
bunk bed.
the bunk bed and bouncing a little bit.
Just
Oh,
takes it in stride.
The dad is sleeping on the top bunk so he can stare at the half-naked chick all night.
That was a different dad.
Well, I mean,
He was in Rusty's room, so he was in a regular bed.
That's what I mean. One of the, I think it was Ellen's dad or something.
The other one was reading a smut magazine, Sassy,
It?
and I bet it was sticky because of
It's
the sap.
because
Yep, it's because all
yes,
the sap,
the sap.
all the tree sap.
Didn't remember that bit
Yes.
either when it's in her hair and pulls the lamp over. Solid. That I didn't remember how much this movie broke reality either. Like
mean-
when he goes on the sled and it's literally a cannon that fires. I remember it taking forever and being like, oh man, he's going so fast, but I forgot how fucking overboard some of the stuff is, or Santa flying across the moon after it explodes. Because they don't really break reality that much in the other ones. The closest is that I can think is like Vegas Vacation, where he's like, I don't know, put in a quarter, got a car, put in a quarter.
okay.
You don't win that much. What's your what the fuck, Lance?
Side boob.
Side boob?
Side boob. Because I'm like, and then they're going to cut away right now. Nope. Not cutting away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they do cut back to him at least 6 times, and every time it's like, that was the end of it. Nope, that was the end of it.
Still coming, still going.
Hey.
Something else is still going.
I was half waiting for her to come out of, like, fully out of the water and be like, man, I
don't remember seeing titties.
huh.
Now that is the porn parody that I remember.
Okay. My what the fuck moment was when he I never noticed before when he's putting all this stuff back on the new tree and he takes out the burnt Christmas present from the lingerie from Side Boob Girl sold him. He just puts it on the tree and then the rest of the movie is just hanging on the tree.
Little details. Little things.
Little miracles.
I bet their house smelled so bad.
Yeah, burnt cat.
Burnt tree.
Open shitter outside.
Burnt hair. Well, maybe.
How many times did he get burnt? At least twice.
Multiple old people.
There would have been an electric fire at some point for sure.
Oh God, all the safety hazards.
Oh
Just plug them all in. Oh my God. Just
Well, clearly he's not a safe man based on how he was operating that ladder either.
attention to details. Okay, it's just
Look, that's a consistent character arc.
That's true.
he's a shithead in the beginning. He's a shithead at the end.
But his
Never
lights work.
changes. But the lights work.
What was your favorite scene?
Every scene where Clark gets himself into trouble and because he just handles it so, up until obviously that check part, but like
When his
falling through the
finally
ceiling,
snapped.
he's just like, it's whatever. The tree doesn't fit, everything breaks. It's whatever. Like he's so gung ho about making it all work out in the end that like all these little trip ups he has doesn't faze him in the least bit. And so I just enjoyed that because I was just like, cool, whatever, we'll move
So
along.
you're saying your favorite scene was the entire movie?
Most of the movie, yes.
Awesome. We finally have a new number one.
You are going to sit there and be happy as a family. We are having Christmas.
We're gonna do this.
Do not ruin this for me.
Is that your favorite scene?
How do you choose? There's so many classics. There's the house lighting. There's the toboggan sledding. There's the happiest fucking family this side.
Finally dropped that F-bomb we were waiting for.
By that one, you get one. You get one.
When you said it earlier, I was like, oh, you don't even know.
We have an F-bomb. I'm gonna go with the house lighting. Just the classic. Hallelujah. Oh, da, da, da.
And then the weird going down the line of relatives and saying how much he loves them and thanking them. And then I somehow forgot that Cousin Eddie was even in this movie until it panned over and it's like, oh, fuck. He's there. And I 100%, if it does not exist, which I think it has to by now, there is definitely a trailer of just Cousin Eddie clips where they paint him out to look like a weird serial killer, like creep dude. Especially at the end when he's like walking him up with the bow and he's like, hope you're ready to start kissing. And like leans into him. He's like, yep, 100%.
I mean, they've done that with Friends episodes, so I'd assume it exists here.
It's got to.
It must.
My favorite scene was, don't piss me off, Art. It's my favorite fucking line in the entire movie and probably my favorite holiday line. Yeah, don't piss me off, Art. He's just... That man is a second away, maybe one more syllable from that old man to just clocking him in the fucking face.
Do you think you may have overreacted? What do you mean? I fixed the problem. He burnt out my tree. I got a new tree.
What does he call that post?
I don't
a
know.
window
Post. I honestly just said post.
Yeah.
Fix the post.
Apparently there's definitely some sort of fancy name for it.
A proper term, sorts.
Dying.
Do we even have to ask who the MVP was? Because
Chevy Chase?
It's Chevy Chase,
I mean,
right?
yeah. Is there any other option?
No.
Maybe
I don't believe
Quaid.
so. Maybe.
Not even him. I'd do super senile grandma over him.
I forgot how much I liked her.
Go in and say hi, everybody.
And
Hi,
the
everybody.
home
Hi,
of
everybody.
the brave.
Play ball. I don't remember how
only 80.
she's irritating as fuck at the very first introduction, and then after that, just hits it out the park, out the fucking park.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Was that it? Is that all we have?
I think so.
I think so.
Dick grabbing.
Check.
PG-13 was awesome.
Check.
Dennis Quaid is crazy.
Oh, yeah. I have an interesting part. Clark Griswold, when he basically takes his frustration out on the plastic decorations in the front yard, Chevy Chase broke his pinky while punching Santa Claus. So he resorted to kicking, and then the film kept rolling. And
then he broke his
used.
toe, just like Aragorn.
And then he screams in frustration. He uses it. Is that the take they used when he broke his hand? Or is his pinky?
I think there is an unwritten rule in cinema that if someone breaks something in a take, you have to use that take.
Right.
Like,
That's a genuine reaction.
that, but also you have to make their suffering worth something. Like, I mean, it'd be kind of shitty if it's like, oh, son of a bitch. He's like, I just wasn't feeling your anger and pain in that moment.
Come back in a week when you're healed.
Yeah.
Okay, so we did MVP. What's your favorite Christmas thought, story, moment?
Like IRL or...
Yeah, just anything.
I wasn't prepared for this.
Vamp. Come on. What
At
do you
some
got?
point in time when I was young, back when we used to get snow in December,
Global
it
warming.
was
Snow
like
outside.
stupid amounts of snow, and I always used to sled outside all the time and into the street. Never got hit by a car, thankfully. But I always just remember those fond memories as well as all the Christmas lights and stuff under the snow. Always looks so much cooler.
And then it melts the snow, though.
And then the snow gets muddy and gross, but
Yeah.
I mean, just like that fresh powder, everything's stupid dead silent, which is super awesome. But at the same time, you get the little glowy lights at night. I don't know.
But now we're adults and we have to deal with it.
Yeah, and then you're driving it, and it really sucks.
And
Now
then
I
it
see
gets
why
all
adults hate it,
on
but
the
I
bill.
still
Yeah,
enjoy it
yeah,
if I get to
yeah.
stay home.
Snow sucks. But you, what do you got?
Yeah, I got one.
Nothing?
I'll just splice in the one from last year when I told that really long story about Jack Frost.
I'd be like, yeah, I remember we were gonna go sledding, and then you veer off,
Jack
and
Frost,
then I
yeah.
remember it's
I
sad.
thought you were serious.
I was really
Yeah.
always
And then you're like,
disappointed.
then my friend's dad died. I'm like, Oh, I feel bad now.
But he came back as a
snowman.
snowman. Have I told this story before,
Is that Jack
guys?
Frost? Are you doing Jack Frost?
There
right
was
now?
a wrestling thing involved, something. SmackDown 2, I don't know.
I was trying to get you to do a wrestling bit because I'm like, he hasn't done one yet.
There's not a really good connection in this movie. Not even like a Hulk Hogan
Not even
figure
to
in the
this one,
background.
but
Or
there was that one casket match with Taker and Yokozuna
I just watched that.
when
literally
Taker's
yesterday.
like, ho, ho, ho.
Yeah, I'll splice it in for
There you
sure.
go. There you go. We did it.
Congratulations.
So what are we watching next Christmas, guys?
Whose choice?
Abby, what are we watching next Christmas? Elf. Solid.
Elf
Sounds
is on the
great.
list.
She fucking.
Out of thin air.
What about